I just heard on the radio that the real estate market is starting to slow down, and in some states it's even gone fractionally backwards. Is it true? Is it happening here on the Sunshine Coast? That's what we're going to talk about in this month's market update. Two trends are coming to light right now, and this is based on actually two properties I just recently sold. One, if you're priced right, you'll immediately get a lot of activity, more than one offer, and you'll sell for a fantastic price. If you're not priced exactly right, and exactly right means you're higher than what the evidence shows, but not too high. If you're not priced exactly right, you'll get great activity, but you'll get no offers. And that's exactly what happened to two properties in the last month. And what I'm starting to see a little bit of is buyers getting a little bit cheeky. A little bit cheeky is okay. Too much cheeky, you're not going to get a result. And by a little cheeky, I mean if we're listed here, even if it says offers over, say, $1 million, offers over $1 million, and you offer, $995, there's a chance right now that the seller may engage you in a negotiation. So we're starting to see a little bit of that. It doesn't mean you'll get it for less than the listed price. It just means the seller's willing to engage you. But if it's listed at $1 million and you come in at $950, same as what it's been, the seller will not engage you in a negotiation. So that has been a slight change that I've noticed in the last month. And the two properties I had in question, the first one was listed at a price just slightly higher than what I had advised the client. Ton of activity at the first open, no offers. Ton of activity at the second open, no offers. Between the second open and the third open, I asked the seller to adjust the price to be able to get offers. We adjusted the price down a little bit, and we had multiple offers at the next open, and it sold for over the listed price. So now it took 3 weeks to sell, which is still okay, but it was interesting that if we were listed slightly higher than what I thought, that we would not get offers, and that's exactly what happened. And on the second property, the client's listed at the price that I suggested, and we did the first open and didn't quite get the activity that we had hoped for, and certainly did not receive any offers. At the next open, we did get activity and we did get offers, and they were only slightly above what we had wanted. In other words, the offers overpriced, only slightly above, and the seller took one of those offers because it was a fairly clean offer. But what was interesting in that whole scenario is that property was priced right, but we just didn't see the level of activity that I had hoped for. We ended up selling for about 1% over list price. I'd hoped for 3 or 4%. So again, is that the market slowing down a little bit? Is it buyers becoming a little bit more wary? I'm just not quite sure, but that's what I have seen in the past month. So you have to remember, if you're a seller or contemplating selling right now, it's still okay. Here's what we call the evidence price. Here's where we can list, and we're listing here and still selling. If you go up one step too much, it's just not going to happen. So as a seller, still a fantastic market to sell in, obviously. And if you're a buyer and it is sensing slowing down just a fraction, that's your opportunity to jump in and maybe be able to negotiate just a little bit. Unfortunately, buyers all hesitate at the same time. Then they wait for the market to take off again, and they all jump back in, which causes it to accelerate. So as a buyer, if you're seeing it or feeling it slightly slow down, now's your chance to jump in. So in both those aforementioned, is that pronounced right? So in both of those cases I just talked about, both sellers were very happy with the outcome. So I do want to add that. Both of them took my advice, which is always, it's always a plus. I've been doing this for 35, 36 years. I know more than pretty much every seller that I talk to because I've sold a lot more property. In fact, I know more than, sounds arrogant, but it's true. I do know more about the process. So if I give advice to a seller and you're paying me handsomely for that advice, you probably best take that advice if you want to move forward. Both these clients did, and they're both very happy. Both buyers were also very happy because they secured a property. So to kind of wrap up, the market is still strong. Houses are strong, units are strong, land, if you can find it, is also very strong. Rural property is strong. There's no segment of the market that's not strong, and I don't anticipate that will change very much. Even if we conservatively go up 10% this year, maybe 10 or 15%, which is a lot less than what we've done in the past, it'll still be a great year for appreciation, capital appreciation. If you're a buyer and you want to wait, it will probably drop in 2023, but the problem is if it goes up 10% and drops 4%, you're still paying more than what you would have today. So it never ever makes sense to wait as a buyer. Yes, you may luck out sometimes. You may say, I'm going to buy now, you hesitate and the prices drop in that month, that's fine. But if you say, I'm going to wait till next year for the prices to drop, if you do the math on that, it makes no sense whatsoever. So, as always, if you're going to buy, now is obviously the time. If you're going to sell, obviously as a seller, we know the market's good right now. That will change. So if you are thinking about selling, now is the time to give me a call. Shameless plug right there. So that's it. Got excited. So that's it for this month. So if you're a seller, would love to talk to you about what we can offer you in our 11-phase system on getting your property sold, actually pre-selling it or pre-marketing it before it ever hits the market to get the best price. If you're a buyer, give me a call. Happy to tell you what I have coming up on the market. And if you're a property owner / landlord and you want to get your property managed, call me and we'll tell you about our rental guarantees that we have in place, including things like if we don't call you back on the same day, you don't pay the next month's management fee. So we don't just go, oh, sorry, we put our money where our mouth is. That's it for now. Have a great week. See you all next week.